Fight!
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the MKAU podcast. We're doing a sneaky little bonus episode because we have had a few big events this week and we thought we would cover them. Today we have got Subby, as
Hello.
per usual.
Mm-hmm.
Tipple Canby has made another appearance.
How you doing?
And for a rare occasion, you will see Stace and I in the same podcast. What's going on?
Hey. Doesn't happen a
because
lot.
they hate
If
each
I'm
other.
hosting, he's hosting. Yeah, we low-key hate each other.
Yeah. Just never works.
Yeah.
Obviously, this week we've had some massive events. Obviously, started off with Xbox, the Xbox Showcase, which was huge. Some massive announcements from that, which was then followed by Ubisoft Forward event, and obviously the Summer's Game Fest is currently going on. We'll start off with the Xbox Showcase. What was everyone's sort of standout? We'll start with you, Subby.
Mine was Perfect Dark. Other than Doom was good. Doom Eternal. No, what's it called? Doom.
Dark
What
Age.
is that? What are they? No.
Doom.
Doom.
Doom the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
medieval
Perfect
sequel.
Dark. Like I loved Perfect Dark back in the 64 days. I don't know.
Was that the
That's
first
good.
one? 64?
Yeah, I think so.
There's been a few. Hey, I remember the OG Xbox one.
I think the 64 was the first time I was ever introduced to it. But it's just the game in just the gameplay looked interesting to me. It's I don't know, it looked very Mirror's Edge like too, with a lot of wall running and sliding and the gunplay. Yeah, I thought it was a Mirror's Edge game for a second, but then the Perfect Dark stuff come up at the end there. So yeah, probably Perfect Dark. Obviously Doom. I love my Doom games, so Doom is a big standout. Probably the only thing I wanted to see but it kind of I'm not too interested anymore for some reason, was Stalker. Like I wanted to see some Stalker footage.
I was the same.
But then after seeing it, it just looked a little too generic. So I'm not sure now, because that was going to be my standout game. So I'm not sure about that one now. But those two were my... And the Gears of War was good. Gears of War was good, but it was only a cinematic. Didn't really see anything of it, so... Perfect Dark.
A lot like the others, though.
Yeah, Perfect Dark and Doom are probably my two standouts.
Awesome. What about you, Canby?
So one that definitely stood out to me was the Age of Mythology Retold, which is it's sort of like I guess it's like a branch off from the Age of Empires, and like I've played a ton of the Age of Empires, and just seeing something I guess up to date and almost 3D is definitely, I think it's definitely going to be a good game.
You were keen for Stalkers, though, eh?
Yeah, I was. I kind of agree with what Subby said. It seems a bit generic.
It just looks, I don't know.
Especially from their last title, which was, I think it was Stalker, something Piprat. All of Piprat. And yeah, it doesn't look much more up to date than what the last one was.
Considering they've delayed it once or twice, it just, I don't know. It didn't. I don't know. I think I just maybe expected something else. I don't really know. Just something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Just didn't look. I don't know.
But yeah, I'd definitely say I'm still probably going to check it out. And
yeah, I think I will too. But
it.
It's just not up there anymore as one of my anticipated games.
Yeah. What was another one? Oh, State of Decay 3. That's one I'm quite excited for. Definitely looks like it's gonna.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely gonna shake up.
I'm getting that over
shake it up.
zombie games. They all feel the same. They all feel the same. You just kill, build, kill. Like it's, I don't know. It might just be me. But
Is this just a different setting? What's this? I don't know. I don't really. I didn't go back
understand
and watch the whole
but I didn't
trailer
play
for
the
it.
second. Well, I watched the trailer, but I never played the second one, so I don't know if it was a continuation of the story or what the go was.
I got bored. I got bored of the last one. It got too repetitive too quickly.
What about you, Stace? What were you excited for?
Oh, Campy's still going.
Oh,
yeah, do you have any more,
Campy? Keep going, Campy.
Bro. All right.
Adamfall.
Yeah, that interested me. It piqued my interest.
Yeah, because it's a lot like Fallout, but sort of in the survival-esque. And
was that big toad one?
No.
Oh no. Okay,
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely stood out, and additionally, it might rival Fallout, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks just like Fallout.
Yeah. From the guys that made
Outer World?
No, what's that zombie game? Zombie Army trilogy? The Zombie Army games? Strange Brigade and
was that
Zombie Army? The people that
Adamfall the one that's got all the robots and stuff in it?
Rebellion made it. Sniper Elite guys.
Oh yeah.
When I saw Rebellion come up, I thought, "Oh, new Sniper Elite game."
And he was like, "No,
it wasn't."
You excited for Flight Simulator, Subby?
Flight Sim.
That's your like legacy game, bro.
Jump on Subby Airlines.
Right, I do want to make a return one day.
Those used to be the easiest streams because you just put your plane up in the air and just talk. It was great.
That was one of his most successful streams too. Like a mad raid too.
It ended up, I had even had Xbox challenge me to try to land certain planes on the smallest runways. When I did it,
I remember one of the the old school flight simulator. I remember on Mixer, this guy used to pull some massive views. But he'd literally put a flight up, he'd talk to chat for a while, then he'd go to bed and just let the flight keep going and keep his stream going. Then he'd wake up and land, or like he'd have it all timed out properly.
Autopilot.
Then he'd land and then just put all his autopilot on, get up out of bed in the morning, land the plane, talk to his chat for a little bit, then stop the stream. I was like,
that's awesome.
Putting in zero effort, but it's still cool content.
Had a full timer and stuff. Yeah. Well, I can't believe no one's actually addressed the elephant in the room and said Black Ops 6.
I was coming to that.
Yeah. Oh, well, we can talk about it because we're the host thing. Like, how do you feel about it? I'm excited. This is the first time I've been excited for COD for like the last 3 CODs, maybe.
I was talking to someone about it the other day, and I was like, the last couple of years I haven't been excited for COD. Like, it's just another. They've just been pumping them out, and the campaigns have been boring, and the multiplayers, they're just using the same maps and everything like that. Whereas, from what we've seen so far, the campaign looks sick. Multiplayer looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and they're bringing back round-based zombies, which I am hyped for.
Yeah, I think everything they've shown so far and announced is all stuff people have wanted back in Call of Duty since forever. So the fact that there's someone listening now and putting it all back in, old school prestige system.
Yeah.
They're not fucking around with the attachment system too much, but they're actually expanding on it. Apparently, instead of 5 attachments, you can have I think up to 8 has been not improperly announced, but whatever. But yeah, and it's Black Ops. Black Ops has always done a lot better.
Yeah.
And it continues on somewhere. Is it a continuation story, or it fits in somewhere? I can't remember what they said.
It fits in. It's based in the Gulf War, which is, if you look into the lore of it all, a lot of the flashbacks that Mason used to have was from the Gulf War. So we're going to see characters like Woods and Mason and all that. But yeah, it's based in the Gulf War. So if you want to talk time specific, it should be after the last COD game, Black Ops game. So it should be.
The only thing that I'm actually pretty excited about, just because I'm going to think it's funny, is all the people complain about movement now and how much people are rabbits and kangaroos. With the new movement, being able to run sideways now and run backwards and turn around, and people are going to be, "Oh, you bloody Superman!"
They should put a timer, like a cooldown on it, sort of stuff. Because no one in real life is going to be
like
bunny
all the
hopping
movement.
across
I like
a
all the
battlefield.
I was reading something the other day actually, and I sort of looked into it more. It's funny how far COD's advanced with their movements. Like Black Ops 1, we all just used to run around, and yes, you had the people that drop shot and you had the people that jumped, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. But like the movement was so basic, and you'd run up to someone and it was just whoever pulled the trigger first won that gunfight.
And you know what? That's what made it so good.
Yeah.
Like, even after this podcast, we're going to go play Black Ops 2. We've already pre-organised this. You know?
Back in the day when you couldn't unlimited tax sprint at all, you had stamina that run out quickly.
When you mantle over a ledge, it's like slow and clunky, like as if anyone's gonna, you know, fast forward over a fence.
I don't know. The movement is going to be. It's probably interesting to me the most. The leaning's not new because we're all used to leaning in Siege, but it's not a manual lean. I think it's an automatic lean as you come into a corner. It auto leans. It auto peaks. It kind of just it's an automatic hug around a wall. I don't think you can lean whenever you want. I don't think that's.
Yeah, I'd say they have some settings for
it. Here for another variation of Nuketown too. I love that map so much.
I'm just so happy that they're bringing back traditional fucking zombies.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. As much as I hate them, well, sorry, hate's probably a big word. I don't like how they recycle maps so much. Don't get me wrong, I love some of the maps being recycled, but like when you've got MW2 maps and MW3, it's like, why did I even bother buying MW2? I hope they bring back some of the OG zombie maps. That would be sick.
Oh yeah, Origins would be cool. Buried.
Like a transit. Oh.
Yeah, bring back transit. They need that's been one of the highest things lately. Bring back transit and like Nucky Totten and all those OG maps. That'd be
transit
sick.
and Die Rise with the two that I played.
What else do you think? Space? Oh, you keep going, Hammy.
I was going to say that was one thing that really turned me off COD was when they started going away from that turn base and just into the big massive maps, and it's just wasn't it.
Yeah, it was definitely like they sort of went to the big map. Like they went from the turn base to like the ones how you had there was sort of a story behind it, and you had to like run around collecting all that stuff to like a DMZ map in the latest one, which was
there was.
I didn't even bother. I played one game of it and turned it off. I was like, nah, this is not.
I think they started that on Vanguard.
Yeah.
I think ever since they introduced Warzone, I think just the resources every year were just thrown into that. They had no time to do proper zombies. But they've got so many studios now working on so many different.
Was it Ghost? Ghost had aliens, instead of zombies.
Mm.
Creatures?
Yeah, it wasn't wave based though, was it? It was still objectives.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I haven't played Ghost for a long time.
Anyway, so I thought I'd address COD. Like everyone else, Doom, obviously, and it's like a prequel type Doom. I thought that was sick. That one instantly made me sit up when we were watching. There was a lot of stuff like I'm glad I watched because now I'm not as excited for. Like that Flintlock game, I'm not super stoked on anymore after seeing a bit more of. The Dragon Age game.
Which game had the real low frame rate?
That one I want to play. That's South of Midnight.
South of Midnight.
Is that the Louisiana type bayou, the massive fish?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's cartoony looking? Yeah, dibs on that, by the way. I like that. I like the frame ratey stuff. I thought it gave it character.
I don't think I watched the Flintlock one.
Flintlock, he has like a little foxy minion.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on it. I saw it and I was like, nah.
And apparently it's a Souls-light, so that kind of lost me straight away. I'm like, yep, I'm glad you put that in your trailer because now I don't want to play it. What really looked cool, but I know is going to be disappointing, but they always nail trailers, and that's like a good legacy, but also a bad legacy, is Diablo 4's trailer for that Vessel of Hatred. How cool is it when her like arms exploded into tendons and like
cool trailer, but what?
It was a very cool trailer. But I wish they would just do a game that was like not RPG, was like just like adventure narrative. Like I would eat that up.
Yeah.
And the last thing that really stood out to me is Fable. But
Yeah,
I'm a Fable nerd, so they could have literally released the crappiest trailer and I would have been like, damn, son. Because I loved all the Fables. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2,
I
and 3.
honestly
1,
have
2, and
never
3.
touched one.
You've never played any Fable games?
Yeah, I've not played any Fable. Well, maybe the OG one, but that was it.
Yeah.
But I will admit what we saw of the trailer looked pretty cool. So
yeah. So in every Fable, you're just a generic hero, but you could literally have a moral system where you can go be a good hero or you can go be a bad hero. And as you turn into a bad hero, you start growing horns and your veins start popping out and you start like turning black in color. Like,
yeah,
it's awesome.
Like a progression.
Yeah. There's literally like a morale system. So like you do good things, you become good. You do things like kick a chicken or push a kid down a well, you become bad.
I know for a fact I'd have a set of horns.
Oh, I dead set you'd be so evil. So I was like down for that. Speaking of games, oh no, I'll save that for the next section. Yeah. And Gears, like, how can you not be excited for another Gears game? You know, they kind of lost me when they started like doing characters that, you know, like Marcus's son, and then there was I think I watched Subby stream where it was a girl character. Yeah, you kind of lost me when it started moving away from the classics, and to see the old boys again was nice. So, yeah. Anyone else?
I obviously COD and Doom. Doom was sick.
Yep.
Like I said, I sat up in my chair. I was keen for that. I love Doom games. I've played all of them.
I didn't even expect that. Did anyone expect a new Doom?
I kind of heard of some rumors through the grapevines of a new Doom.
He probably had 6 emails about it.
maybe I had him sit there waiting for me. I don't know. But I did. Nearly a week prior to that, I heard that there would be another.
They do their trailers so well, and then the game's so cool. Like you got that heavy metal guitar playing in the background, and you got chainsaw shields and whatnot. Like it's sick. I love Doom.
See, that was a good trailer too. It went in from CGI into gameplay very quickly.
One I was actually really keen for. Well, I wouldn't say keen for, but we'll dive into the new Metal Gear Solid remake. That looked like it was going to be cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. That looked crisp as hell, man. That actually made me want to play it.
Obviously, Gears of War. And another one I probably will sink a bit of time to is Indiana Jones. I reckon that's going to be a pretty good game.
It was like watching a movie. I couldn't stop watching that trailer. It was like, oh, this is just like another movie. I'll just keep watching.
Every time he talks, he sounds like, I don't know if they've used AI or actually used Harrison Ford's voice, but it sounds just like Harrison Ford. I don't know what they've done there, but it sounds sick. And I think it's probably going to play a lot like the Tomb Raider games. I don't know.
No, I think it'll play very much like Machine Games type of games. So you're looking at Wolfenstein. You're looking at what's the other one they did? Wolfenstein. Well, all the Wolfensteins, obviously. It'll play very similar to that.
I just googled it. He was you're not going to believe this. He's being voice acted by Troy Baker.
Wow.
Oh.
It says, Entertainment Weekly confirmed that Harrison Ford provided his likeness for the game, but is going to be voiced by industry veteran Troy Baker. You would never guess that's him, hey?
No.
He does
I honestly
voices, it doesn't
I honestly thought it was Harrison Ford, because when you hear it, you can sort of, well, I don't know, it sounds weird, but it just sounds like him. And yeah, I was keen for Stalker 2, but again, the same as you guys. I'm like, But like that, I suppose the best part about the Xbox Showcase though is a lot of those games, including Black Ops 6, are all coming day one to Game Pass, which is going to be sick. We don't have to go and spend the money on the games, and literally there's no risk in downloading it and playing it. If you don't like it, delete it. Like it's
now. I'm saying that though, I was reading that maybe COD is only the campaign going to game.
Interesting.
Oh, that's actually smart.
Just
but also
like
annoying.
just like all games that go to Game Pass, it's only really the base or the core portion of it. And then if you want expansions and whatever else
we're gonna have to buy it.
That's what I don't know though. I just come across a random article that said campaign only, so I don't know whether it had any merit to it. But
yeah, I could understand that. And look, I wouldn't even be mad about paying for multiplayer as long as the campaign's a good campaign, which traditionally Black Ops campaigns are good campaigns.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I would agree.
It might not be true.
Was there any not going straight to Game Pass? Like any of the big ones?
There was a couple that didn't have coming game day. I don't know what the facts were there, but there was a couple that didn't have that animation at the end of it.
I suppose some are so far off you wouldn't know. Like Gears and Doom's next year, right? So that had 2025 flash up at the end, right?
Yeah. There is a couple that don't actually have a release date yet.
I suppose another sort of honourable mention. They've now announced a digital Series X, a Series S 1 terabyte hard drive, and a special edition Series X, which is 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yep.
Which is a space theme, so it's like a.
Is it a digital only one, that one, or disc?
Oh, it's actually pretty. I just seen a photo.
The 2 terabyte is disc.
Yeah,
it's disc. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And from a photo today I saw, I don't know how legit it is. I think it might shine a green light at the bottom, but that was just a photo. I don't know if they edited it.
I think it does have a green base.
Well, that might be what it was.
Yeah, I think it's just a base.
Yeah.
But like the Xbox itself looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's annoying. I want one.
Obviously, following on from the Xbox showcase, we also had Ubisoft Forward, which was really cool. Well, I wouldn't say it was as good as the Xbox one, but there is definitely some cool titles coming from Ubisoft and DLCs and expansions and everything else. We'll start with you this time, Camby. What do you reckon?
Crikey.
Crikey.
Oh, what was one of them? I think it was Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia.
Messiah. Messiah.
Must be a new
wow,
one.
you can tell he's young, eh? Because Subby and I were straight on it.
Prince of Persia.
Yep. Yeah, the DLC, Lost Crown DLC revealed for it, which actually looks pretty awesome.
Good game.
Yeah.
I still play it on my Switch occasionally at night. Good.
I think it also actually includes a free content update as well. So you get a bunch of extra stuff for free with it, which adds a lot to the game.
Yeah, Whippy, you're talking about Prince of Persia at the start.
Yeah, they're remaking The Sands of Time, which looks pretty cool. Well, I can't really say it looks pretty cool. All we saw was a bunch of sand wisping around and then the title, so...
Yeah,
it's a bit like Elder Scrolls. We got a picture of a mountain and still haven't heard anything else about it.
This one says it's penciled in for 2026, so it's still like 2 years away. That's crazy.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping it is a remake, or reboot, because the original game was really good. So.
All they've made is the trailer. They've done nothing.
Graphics team make this happen.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
What else, Kirby? Anything else?
I mean,
Assassin's Creed. They showed a lot of gameplay. They showed a lot of gameplay of already announced games, pretty much.
Avatar: Frontline of Pandora.
Oh yeah,
that was a big one.
The only person I've seen play that game was Whippy.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to jump back into it. I actually enjoyed that game.
It's coming with a big DLC.
Yeah, the Skybreaker story.
Yeah,
which should be
pretty cool. Those were the really only ones that sort of piqued my interest.
To be honest, I actually thought the Ubisoft one was quite boring, and I actually fell asleep through it a couple times because the segments were so long.
Too much.
Each game, it was too much, and it was all games like Subby said that are already out, basically.
Yeah, they were just showing.
There was nothing really new.
The Xbox showcase has it down pat. You start the showcase off, and you've got this little snippet of Phil Spencer, and it's just trailer. You get this little snippet, then trailer, and just smashed with trailers. And they're all and I don't know if they do it on purpose, but they'll do something like Doom, so you're like, oh, that's sick, and then they might put a trailer that you might not necessarily care too much about, So you're like, oh, okay. And then the next one's something that will, they keep pulling your attention back in, which from a editing standpoint, whoever does it is doing a brilliant job of it. But yeah, the Ubisoft one presenting wise wasn't as great, and it probably didn't help that I think us three probably knew a bit more about it than we probably should have anyway. What about you, Subby? Was there anything that sort of...
like I said, I kind of already knew it was just going to be them showing some gameplay of already announced games. I wanted to see some Outlaw gameplay, but I just think what they showed went for too long and probably could have picked something else to show. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. I want to play it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. What they showed just didn't keep
What did you think of the X-Defiant with the siege
Oh
operators?
yeah, the X-Defiant stuff was good.
I was kind of disappointed they picked the... What group did they pick?
That's a new group within the. It's a new GSK or whatever. It's a new group. It's
but it had what Blitz and
I don't think they're actually using those names.
But it pretty much was Blitz. It was a dude with a flashy shield.
Yeah.
That looked Blitz.
It's just it's just within the.
The one I think looked like Twitcher IQ, one of them. One of the girls. I'd be interested how they implement that.
I want to see their abilities. They haven't really shown too much, have they?
No.
Other than that, the Assassin's Creed gameplay was quite good. Gave me
very keen for that game.
It's very good, yeah. Bashing through walls. To say, gameplay stuff can make you either more keen to play or like the Outlaws one. I kind of just like I still want to play it, but it didn't.
See, I was the opposite. The Assassin's Creed, I'm like boring. This is the same old with a new skin, and like I was very like not phased about Outlaws, but I'm kind of a little bit more excited.
Yeah, I want to see something different with it. That's where I was left with it. I want to see something else.
Yeah,
what they show.
Like I was probably a little bit more impressed with Outlaws. Assassin's Creed lost me though. I'm like, nah, I'm done. You're trying to flog your additions and stuff.
I absolutely love it. Like Assassin's Creed will always be my favorite franchise. So
yeah,
I've been reading a fair bit on it, like what people are sort of saying about it, and I think they've completely overhauled the movement system. Like the parkour actually looked like parkour. It wasn't rushed. The combat system was a little bit more like what's the word?
Fleshed out.
Yeah, it polished off. Everything just looked really good, and everyone's been wanting a Japanese themed one for.
To me, it gives me Black Ops 6 vibes, where they've spent a lot longer on this.
Yeah,
just like they had with Black Ops.
Other than that, the only thing I can kind of add is I kind of want to go play Skull and Bones a little bit more now. Like get back into it just to check it out. But it's still like a game. But it made me want to. You know what I mean? And they've actually got like a storyline now with like these two evil twin pirates. I was like, that's pretty cool. I wish you'd done that from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to add to about Ubisoft.
What about you, Subby?
I just did. Who told you?
No, you did too.
Yeah, I interrupted Subbies.
That's right. Yeah, look, obviously Assassin's Creed, I will sink hours into that. I smashed through Mirage and absolutely love that game. And they actually also have Mirage coming out for iOS, and I think it's only iOS at this point, which will be interesting. See how that runs on and how it looks. We've all seen how mobile games generally look once they've been ported off something else. Obviously, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, and yeah, Outlaws. I'm a bit like Subby. I watched a bit of the gameplay, but I stopped watching it. I think I'll just play the actual game. The gameplay went for way too long, so. But it'll, I don't know. It's always good to know what's coming, I guess. And no doubt you're gonna. I love when new games release. So like Assassin's Creed, you're going to have all those people that whinge about something in the game, which they've fixed, and then they'll find something else to talk about, which is typical gamers.
Yeah.
Fun times.
A positive though is like during the whole Summer Game Fest, you know, when they do the normal, they do the actual Game Fest showcase. There's a new Batman game coming. That's cool. It's called Arkham Shadows. So that looks right.
Oh, I did see about that. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been talking pretty closely with the developer over the last couple of months, who was nice enough to give MKAU a couple of codes, for an indie game called Dark and Deep, which he was taking to the Games Fest, and I gave the original code to Techno because I know he's a horror lover, absolutely loves horror games, and I said, when you're done with it, just send me feedback because I'll send it to the developer. And Tech literally said to me, "Is like this game actually terrified me." He's like, "This game is so," and for a game that's literally one man making the game, and like, I don't know, it was pretty cool. And like, I've been obviously watching the development pretty well on it. And Farquaad also got a review code or preview code, sorry, which can come out I think next week. It is. And again, he said that he's like, "I want more of this game." I want more because the version he got only got cut off at a certain point. So,
like a demo.
Yeah. But that was sort of one thing I was very keen to see at the Game Fest because obviously that's his baby. He's made by himself, and he's got he works at a development studio. He could have a whole team with him, but he's decided to do that by himself. So,
did you guys see the trailer for that Splitterhead?
What?
It's called Slitterhead. It looks so much like Ghostwire Tokyo. It's like a horror-y themed game. It looks creepy as you guys should look at it after. It's called Slitterhead. It's by the people that make Gravity Rush and stuff.
Well, there was one trailer I saw at the Xbox showcase that Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and I was watching it, and like as soon as I saw the name, I was like, "Oh, this is a game Stace would be in," because I know you're into that. Like
yeah.
And I started watching. I was like, "Yeah, Stace wouldn't be into this at all."
Was it like a Redgrave sort of game?
Yeah, it was like a proper Souls-like.
Yeah.
Grinding.
You're like Stacey would want to punch him over this game.
You do need a Wu-Tang game though.
A what?
Wu-Tang.
A Wu-Tang game.
No, y'all.
Or another Def Jam. What happened to the Def Jam announcements?
I don't know, but there was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game announced. I did watch that just before we came onto the podcast. It kind of looks like a Double Dragon style game.
That game would be good.
Arcadey.
At the same time, could be really bad.
Yeah. So that's the only thing really left that I have to talk about. Other than we could, I suppose, rewind back a little bit to the PlayStation showcase in May.
Did they only show like two things?
But yeah, they didn't show a lot. But
Astro Boy, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Astro Boy wasn't
Astro
there.
Bot.
The Until Dawn? Didn't someone talk about that? Didn't they remake? Aren't they remaking Until Dawn?
Oh.
I watched Subby play that whole thing.
Oh, hang on. What about Valorant coming to console? Wasn't that announced this week?
Probably, but
I don't know.
Yeah, Valorant. Valorant is coming to console.
You won't catch me dead playing that game.
I'm gonna play it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it.
I'm gonna play it.
I played it on PC and I was.
I don't know. Yeah, it's coming to console.
All I know is I need to sink some time into Diablo 4 before the DLC. Well, before I play the DLC.
Yeah. More DLC. I'll
Stace
play it with you. I'm doing season right now. I'm like level 70 something, 78.
I don't know. The campaign.
The PlayStation 1 had some good stuff like Marvel Rivals, Alien Rogue Incursions. The one I'm excited for, and I've been excited for this game for like 2 years and no one knows what I'm talking about. It's called Where Winds Meet, and it's like a Chinese version of Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm excited for that. It's like a RPG open world game but set in ancient China instead of ancient Japan. So I'm excited for that. But I've been talking about this game for ages, and no one knows what the hell I'm talking about.
No.
So I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's the stuff to get excited for this year, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's definitely well, over the next sort of couple of years, I guess. A couple of the like you said, there's
Some of this
2026
year,
and
some of next year.
2026.
A lot of the ones from the Xbox showcase, though, like a majority of them were this year. So you've got something keen to, and we're already halfway through the year, so you've got another half of the year to get some mad gaming in, which should be fun.
Camby and I spoke about this because we watched the Xbox thing when he was up in Brisbane still, and we both agreed that because the consumer now vote with their dollar, like so many games were showing gameplay, which is a positive, because they know people won't now buy anything because they don't trust that the game looks the way a trailer should look. You know what I mean?
But it was getting to the point with the trailers. It was like movie trailers. You get all the best parts in the trailer, and then you play the game. It's like, oh, okay, I've already seen this.
Or maybe I was.
What were you going to say,
know.
Subby?
I was just going to say, I don't mind CGI type trailers if it's just them announcing that it exists. Hey, we're making a game. This is it.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to show any gameplay at that point, but.
Like the Diablo trailer, they didn't have any gameplay in that, but that was sick.
Well, it's a bit hard.
You knew what it was.
It's kind of a hard game. What are you going to do? The gameplay's just going to look like every other part of the game.
Like a little dot running around the screen because it's so small.
It's a bit of a hard game to show gameplay for because it looks the same.
Yeah, well, I was explaining the controversy between, and sorry Ubisoft, but you're chronic for doing it. Games like, remember when the Division came out and the people were like, oh, there's nowhere near enough stuff in the streets as there was in the trailer, and then Watch Dogs came out and people were saying, oh, it's not as high resolution as it was in the trailer, like the water doesn't have reflections and stuff. So consumers are like pretty onto what's not genuine gameplay, I guess.
Speaking of Division.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
You were about to say?
Surprised you didn't mention it.
I just remembered then that you mentioned it. They're overhauling the whole game this next season. The whole Division. The whole Division has been It's like, what is it? Something 2. Seasons 2.0 or something? I don't know.
The first one or the second one?
Second one.
The second game. It's all been overhauled.
I was actually more surprised they weren't just going to do Division 3. I was very surprised they just didn't do that. Like, don't get me wrong, Division 2 is a good game.
Yeah, I don't. Just the way the game is currently is just a little repetitive, I guess. But with this, with them doing what they're doing, you kind of don't need a 3 as such because it is a complete overhaul on how the game functions, especially when it comes to manhunts and seasons and all that kind of stuff. So. I think I'll be getting hopefully back into maybe a little bit of Division and check that stuff out too.
I'm still waiting for that Division mobile game.
I'd be down to play some more Division.
Surgeons.
Squad me up, friend. Squad me up.
Yeah, so I don't know when that comes out, but yeah, I was very, very impressed that they're overhauling how the game currently works.
Yeah, no, it should definitely be good.
They didn't do that on Siege.
Nah, leave Siege alone.
Siege is fine.
Siege is goated.
Siege needs all of those facial features, man.
No, we don't worry about that.
They do every time they change the engine, they update it.
Yeah, well, it still looks bad. Yeah, anyway, that's what I'm excited for.
But I think that should probably wrap up this episode. There's not too much more to talk about. There was obviously plenty of games that we didn't announce, like the Xbox One alone had 29 announcements. So there's a bit going on between DLCs and obviously full games. But we will see you guys next time for an actual proper episode. Cheers, you guys. See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.